Make America great again. What do these words mean to you? At first glance, one might think of a country that's on the road to building equality, unity, and success. Unfortunately, when I hear these words and recognize who they're coming from, I think the complete opposite. Donald Trump is the personification of the most negative aspects of American society, particularly in terms of discrimination. At a time when cultural tensions are so high, his becoming the President of the United States would be a travesty. The United States is in conflicts on many fronts regarding the issue of religious discrimination. If Donald Trump becomes president, the worst side of these arguments will win. As depicted in the following video, during a rally in South Carolina, he called for a ban on Muslims entering the United States.
Until we are able to determine and understand this problem and the dangerous threat it poses, our country cannot be the victim of horrendous attacks by people that believe only in jihad.
Not only is he making an anti-Muslim statement, but he's also categorizing all Muslims as believers to the negative connotation of jihad. Trump's open discrimination against Muslims sends a clear message to other Americans that Muslims are different and don't belong. His vulgar words are affecting millions of people in the United States and are forming biased opinions against Muslims. A CNN reporter had gone to a middle school in Washington to interview students on how they've been affected by Donald Trump's words. Shakri Dairi, a young Muslim girl, has passionately expressed her opinions on this topic. Her response is shocking and eye-opening.
Even for me, I had my doubts, and I'm Muslim. What if I'm the bad person in this situation? What if I don't deserve to be in this country? I felt like that sometimes. I knew that I wasn't accepted, but then when he kept saying those things, I was like, oh, I'm not American. I'm not from this area. Even though I was born and raised here, I'm not someone that deserves to live here.
Knowing that Donald Trump is making people feel this way is nothing short of devastating. Does making America great again mean that we must penalize those who possess their own beliefs? I thought America was a country which allowed religious liberty. All Americans should be treated equally no matter their faith. Unfortunately, if Donald Trump becomes president, this will not occur. All over the world, people suspect America to be an extremely racist country. If Donald Trump wins the election, the racist image that the United States is currently associated with will only worsen. For one of his campaigns, he had made an extremely racist analogy comparing Syrian refugees to Skittles. He said, "If I had a bowl of Skittles and I told you that just 3 would kill you, would you take a handful? That's our Syrian refugee problem." Do these children look like Skittles to you? Comparing a Syrian refugee to a poisonous Skittle is disgusting. Not only that, but associating Syrians to murderers just because of their race is appalling. I've been privileged to be part of a sponsorship for Syrian refugee family this year. All 4 members of the family are warm-hearted, grateful, and are extremely eager to become positive members of society. The things Donald Trump says about Syrian refugees is completely racist and obnoxious. As president, his discriminatory racial ideology would reflect upon the entire country, making America appear extremely racist in the eyes of others and many Americans. Along with Donald Trump's discrimination against race and religion, he also demonstrates a large amount of gender discrimination towards women. One topic that portrays this is his stance on abortion. Donald Trump believes that abortion should be illegal. If he becomes president, he intends to push policies to prevent abortion. When asked about these consequences towards women who don't follow these laws, he said, "The answer is there has to be some form of punishment." He later took this remark back and stated that the woman shouldn't be punished. However, the doctors who perform the abortion would be. This is evidently discriminating against women and their rights, as they should be the ones making the decisions about their own bodies. Donald Trump also appears to classify women to be less valued than men. In an interview where he talks about his former wife and his opinions on her having her own job. He says,
I think I'm probably mixed. I have days where I think it's great, and then I have days where if I come home and, you know, I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof, okay?
this statement alone shows just how much he views women to be unequal compared to men, as he states that they should be in the kitchen and not at work. If Donald Trump becomes president, he will continue to discriminate against women and encourage inequality amongst men and women. A president is a leader, someone people look up to and believe in. However, when a president believes in all of the wrong things, he becomes a dangerous leader. Donald Trump discriminates against people based on race, religion, and gender. If elected as president, all of these negative aspects will be reflected upon Americans and their image as a country. Donald Trump as president will not make America great again, but will set the country up for total destruction.